Hello everyone, welcome to Hello Haldwani. I am Bhavna and with me today is my colleague Dr. Megha Pant for this literary discussion.
You know, Bhavna, something interesting happened. I was reading Emily Brontë, Wuthering Heights, and while reading, I suddenly realized that today, 30th July, is Emily Bronte's birthday. I thought, what better way to celebrate this day than by talking about her and her remarkable literary legacy on Hello Haldwani.
That's such a lovely coincidence. Sometimes books find us at exactly the right moment, and Emily Brontë is certainly an author worth celebrating. Imagine she wrote just one novel, yet she became one of the greatest names in English literature.
Absolutely. So let's take our listeners on a journey through Emily Bronte's life, the remarkable Bronte sisters, and the timeless appeal of Wuthering Heights.
Emily Brontë was born on 30th July 1818 in Yorkshire, England. Although she wrote only one novel, Wuthering Heights, it secured her an everlasting place in world literature. More than a love story, it explores love, revenge, passion, grief, and the complexities of human relationships.
Bhavna, another fascinating aspect is that Emily belonged to one of the most celebrated literary families in history, the Bronte sisters.
Yes, along with Charlotte Bronte and Anne Bronte, she changed the course of English fiction. Interestingly, because women writers were often underestimated in the 19th century, the sisters first published under the pen names Currer Bell, Alice Bell, and Acton Bell.
That decision itself reflects their determination. They wanted readers to evaluate their writings without prejudice. And each sister left a unique legacy. Charlotte's Jane Eyre celebrated women's independence and self-respect. Anne's, the tenant of Wildfell Hall, boldly questioned social conventions and highlighted women's rights. Emily, meanwhile, created the unforgettable Wuthering Heights. Bhavna, many readers know Wuthering Heights as a Gothic novel. Could you tell our listeners what makes it so distinctive?
Certainly, Gothic fiction combines mystery, suspense, and powerful emotions. In Wuthering Heights, Emily creates this haunting atmosphere through the lonely Yorkshire moors, isolated houses, violent storms, and even the supernatural suggestion of Catherine's ghost.
Bhavna, what I find especially fascinating is that these Gothic elements are not there simply to create fear, they deepen our understanding of the characters. Heathcliff's obsession, Catherine's passionate nature, and the themes of revenge, loss, and emotional conflict become even more powerful because of this haunting setting. Nature itself almost becomes another character in the novel.
Exactly, Dr. Megha, and perhaps that comes from Emily's own personality. She led a quiet and deeply private life, preferring the wild Yorkshire moods to social gatherings. After Emily's death, Charlotte wrote that although her sister rarely mixed with people, she understood them deeply, their language, their lives, and their emotions. That quiet observation gave Emily's writing remarkable authenticity and emotional depth.
That's beautifully said. Interestingly, that Bronte sisters were never part of any formal literary movement. Yet their works beautifully combine the emotional intensity of Romanticism, the social realities of the Victorian era, and the mystery of the Gothic tradition. Today they are also admired as pioneers whose strong female characters anticipated many later feminist ideas.
And it's fascinating that a novel which initially shocked many readers has now become a literary classic. When Wuthering Heights was first published, people found its unconventional characters and intense emotions quite disturbing. Today, however, It is regarded as one of the greatest novels in English literature and is studied in universities across the world.
That's true. Besides being a novelist, Emily Bronte was also an accomplished poet. Her poems celebrate nature, solitude, freedom, and the resilience of the human spirit.
Sadly, Emily's life was very short. She passed away in December 1848 at the age of just 30, only a few months after the death of her brother Branwell. Yet in those brief years, she created a masterpiece that continues to inspire readers, writers, and scholars more than just a century and a half later.
Emily Bronte reminds us that literary greatness is never measured by the number of books an author writes, but by the timeless power of imagination.
And the Bronte sisters remind us that courage, creativity, and determination can overcome every barrier, even the limitations imposed by society.
On Emily Bronte's birth anniversary, we pay tribute to her extraordinary life and to the enduring legacy of the Bronte sisters.
Thank you for joining us on Hello Haldwani. We hope today's conversation encourages you to revisit Wuthering Heights or discover it for the very first time.
Until next time, keep reading, keep discovering, and keep celebrating the magic of literature. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.